Here is a video in how to do an appraisal update in ACI. So this was the subject. We appraised it on April of 2017, and it is November 20th today. So this is the order page, and it has the previous file number on there, which is a nice handy thing to do. And here we go. We're going to do a new file number is that. So one of the things you can do is you can clone, if you want to save a little bit of typing, which I always do, actually clone the previous appraisal. The problem with that is it's open. So I'm going to need to close it so that I can then clone in what basically will be the order page. Let's try that again. 1714360A. I'm going to clone in 1704422A. Oops, sorry. We'll select report back. So Adams 1004D. Okay, I just did this and it gave me, oh, because I'm cloning. For some reason, when I clone, it's not letting me choose the template. However, if I do a new one, 170143660A, and I click new, then I have the choice of template, so that's what we're going to do. All right, so what I want to use is one that's called 2017. It's the 1004D Appraisal Update 1117. This one doesn't even exist anymore. I changed the name. So here it is. We'll use the default pick list. We say OK. It creates this new template, and what's in here is just a few pages. The front view, the subject photos, which is the 3 pages, front, rear, and street scene. There's also a 2-page, which is the front and street scene, because sometimes we can't see the rear. So now here's where I'm going to sort of extract from the previous. Let's see, extract or merge multiple sections. I'm going to take it out of the previous file, 170440022A, and all I want is the order page. Deselect all. I could do the invoice too. I could do the license page. It's going to fill out a bunch of stuff that is kind of wrong. So it's the same loan number. Wow. File ID is of course changed, so I'm going to change that. So you have to clean up a lot of stuff. Like it's due today, it'll be inspected today, it'll be signed today, it'll be delivered today, it'll be invoiced today. Cleaning up the, that's correct. It's going to be $125. This is all right. It says attached, but we're not going to attach the deed. So we can leave all this. The appraiser is right, 2018. You know, we actually don't send them invoices, but I actually put them in here. Do a receipt. That's cool. All right, and there may be an addendum. Yes, so I'm gonna have to put in a new addendum comment. I should put that in the template. Be right back. Yeah, so I've got a new market value comment in there. This is the 2017 market value comment, which relates to the 3-page MLS market report. So in the work file, we've already got the West Roxbury MLS market conditions PDF. So I'll put that in there. And the way we do that is, and I have a different Adobe version than you, but everyone has the take a snapshot tool. You just got to find it, know where it is, commit it to memory, and if possible, put it across the top of your toolbar because it's one of the most popular tools there are. I right-click, select all, and copy the graphic, and then I go here and I put it in the MLS Market Report, page 1. We'll do the same thing for pages 2 and 3. The higher quality image comes, this I'm up to almost 200%, and if I were to do an image of like, you know, at 50% or so like this, it comes in really blurry. So what I usually do is I hang out around the 200% mark so that I get a decent PDF. So we have to, the purpose of this form, the appraisal update, is instead of ordering a whole new appraisal, what they do is they order this appraisal update. And it's a couple of things. It asks one question and one question only. It asks, has the market value of the subject property declined since the effective date of the appraisal? I say no. And then Control A. 2 screens, I'm going to actually fill in this market condition information based on what's happening in this report here. And there are 5 or 6 data points that we transfer from this report. Let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if you go into the market conditions, if you haven't done one of these before, go to the appraisal resources and goodies. And now I know where it is. Go into the market conditions subfolder, and the sample 5-year shows the ones that we're using. So it's the listing units. Number 2 will be the approximate month supply of inventory. 3, 4, 5, and 6 are all under this area called sold. And that corresponds with numbers 1 through 6 here in the ACI software. I'm going to put that information in. Taking a minute to just go over them. Number 1, stable or increase or decrease in the number of units listed. Well, the way that we find that out is we look at listing units. There were 19 last year, there's 17 this year. On this date, that's a decline. So you go here and you get rid of everything that isn't, say, a decline, or in this case, a decrease in the number of units listed, period. Number 2, this asks about the approximately number of months supply of inventory. Okay, so the approximate month supply of inventory is right here, and it says 0.96, which is a decrease since last year. So I'm just going to put in the 0.96. I don't say which is a decrease since this year, because what's going on is they have the report. This is just a summary of 6 of the salient points that I like to focus on. All right, then as far as 3, is there a stable increase or decrease in the number of closed units sold? So we go to the sales section. Number of units sold went from 180 to 189, so it went up a little. Looks like over a 5-year period, it went from 194 down to 151, up to 192, down to 180, up to 189. But that is an increasing trend right now, so that's what I'm going to say. Get rid of this and leave the words an increase in the number of units sold. The median day on market for properties sold and the median days to offer for properties sold was, well, that comes right off of here. Average days, oh, it says average days on market. Wrong report. And I'm just going to pick up where I left off now. And all is well, the median has been replaced, so now let's just see where we are. The inventory is the same. The number of units closed, that's also a median, so let's just take a look at that. Sold units, maybe it's not a median, no. Median days on market, median days to offer. So right now we're at 24 and 10, so we just put in a 24 here and a 10 there. And then it's a stable increase or decrease in the median sales price question. And the median sales price is right here. And the 5 years, 419, 446, 465 up, 459 up, 585 up. Oh, that's increasing. So an increase in the median sales price. Variance is a median, blah, 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 distressed inventory. I just get rid of this whole block. You have to check to see if there is any distressed inventory, and if there's a 1 or 2, not a big deal. If there's 10% of the market or more, it should be mentioned and may be listed. All right, so pretty much now we go back to the form, and we've the template should be correct. So the original appraiser name goes here. The original lender and client name, I can get that off the order page, and that was Fairway Newton. So if you have the latest common responses, you have Fairway Newton in there. Has it valued? No. See the attached addendum, which refers to this. The attachment is a 5-year report from MLS, so feel free to actually read this. But a certificate of completion must be unchecked. Don't accidentally check it. It says not applicable. Now, when you get down here, the effective date of the appraisal update is today. Control T. And that's it. If there's a supervisory appraiser, we fill in this block. But this is now ready for, let's see. No, I don't like, so when it asks to type out November 20th, I always say no. Let's look at the other forms. USPAP. My opinion of reasonable exposure time, I would say it's actually less than 1 month to 2 months based on the market information that I had there on that form. Definition of exposure time stays there. Has appraised the subject before within the 3 years? Yes, I have. Appraiser independent. This form is all filled out. It gets signed. And it's just a matter of putting in the subject photos. I'm either going to have 2 photos or I'm going to have 3 photos. And now I'm going to change this report here, which has averages, for the one that has the medians.